I told you the market. Grabe mahal ng vegetables. Yung dati 5 piso, ngayon 20-25 pesos. So ang mga tao, kahit gusto nila magdagay ng maraming vegetables sa pagkain nila, nagtitipid, konti na lang. Dati 2 bungkus ng kangkong, ngayon 1 bungkus na lang. Kasi dati 5 piso na, ngayon 25 na. Wala bang magagawa ang gobyerno or pamurahin ang vegetables? Kasi if we eat more vegetables, parang tingin ko that will be an alternative to sa lasa eh. Mas masarap na yung lasa ng pagkain natin kahit konti na yung asin.
Mahal ang gasolina.
Diba? Sobrang mahal ng vegetables.
Ayaw yung mga vegetables.
I will respond. Ako na lang po ang mag-respond. So I think from here, makikita po talaga natin that there's no silver bullet policy. Hindi masasagot yung problema ng iisang polisiya, di ba? Nakikita natin how there is a problem on information. Una, hindi naiintindihan ng mga tao na pag sobrang alat pala, pwede pala ako magkasakit, di ba? Or pagka mataas sa sodium, sa asukal, kailangan ko palang iwasan. So first, we have a problem on information. People don't know that what they're eating can cause illnesses or like diseases later on. That's one. The next is, I think from our very healthy discussion, na-establish natin na oo, hindi nila alam, pero at the same time, hindi mo rin naman sila masisi. Hindi rin naman nila kasalanan na hindi nila alam. At hindi nila kasalanan na yun yung pinakamadaling bilhin, di ba? Sabi ni, pinakamurang bilhin, pinakamadaling i-prepare. 3 minutes ko lang makukuluan yung noodles. Makakakain ka na, di ba? And then you also have the problem of access to fresh food, di ba? Agricultural country tayo, pero ang hirap makabili ng murang prutas at gulay. Diba? So that is another problem that we have to look at. Diba? Na wala tayong supply. And ang personal take ko kasi dito is, ang focus ng agrikultura natin talaga is very export or very panggawa ng prepackaged food siya. So dahil hindi natin priority pakainin tayo, hindi siya nagiging mura para sa atin, di ba? Kasi, kumbaga, walang demand on that side. Hindi dinademand ng mga tao na bumili ng gulay at prutas kasi mas mura at mas madali yung prepackaged. That's one. And, ang dami nating naisip na policies na baka pwedeng, aside from reformulating our prepackaged products, maybe we can also ask the restaurants to reformulate their meals, di ba? Maybe we can ask the government to make fresh food easily accessible, cheaper for the public to consume, di ba? And a lot of these things, makikita natin na parang ang laki ng problema, ang daming posibleng solusyon. Pero, I think we also have to be optimistic that it's nice that we're talking about these things now. Di ba? Kasi dati, hindi natin nakukonsider na totoong problema ang chronic kidney disease, di ba? Normal lang na may hypertension yung mga kaibigan mo, kamag-anak mo. So it's nice that we get to talk about these things. It's nice that we get to discuss the different possible policies that we need, di ba, to push this. And I think ang kailangan talaga natin i-highlight is that the burden of staying healthy, eating good food, should not be on the consumers alone. Diba? Kasi naiintindihan natin, sobrang hirap ng buhay. Sobrang mahal ng gas ngayon. More so, parang if you were struggling prior to this fuel crisis, you would be even more struggling now na may fuel crisis. So sobrang hirap na ng buhay, sobrang hirap na yung mga tao to figure out where they're going to get their money. I think it's too much to ask them na kailangan maging aware, kailangan bawasan nila on their own, di ba? Kailangan, as a community, as a whole, gumawa nga tayo ng population level approaches. I-reformulate yung pagkain mismo, di ba? Bawasan mismo yung asin. Para kahit yun lang talaga yung pinaka-accessible, yun yung pinaka-madali. At least mas mababa na yung asin or yung sodium na makakain nila, di ba? That's one way. And from this very long diba, and feelings from myself. I'd like to ask our panelists na lang. What role can community groups or professional associations, public health advocates play in sustaining the momentum for these kinds of conversations, diba? And this movement for a healthier food environment. Yeah.
Sakto kasi sinaserve yung pagkain. Pero
So,
sige.
namonitor ba yung soft drinks?
Sige, I think we're also wrapping up na rin Kat, no? So since may gusto pong sumagot sa community, so we can also ask our sinaserve na rin nila ng pa. Sige, sa inyo na po muna.
So kami kasi yung sa nephrology, no? Kami nakakasalo talaga ng mga tawag dyan, yung mga pasyente na matagal na may diabetes, na ayaw sumunod before, na ayaw, hindi yung iniwala, na ayaw magkapot. Nagkakaroon kasi sila talaga ng kidney disease, tapos nakakamin sila mapupunta. So, kami talagang naging proactive na yung society namin, the Philippine Society of Nephrology, na yun yan, public health prevention. Ako personally, I spent 10 to 30 minutes discussing one-on-one sa pasyente ng nutrition. So matagal for individual doctors. Kaya yung society, gumagawa ng nutrition manual. Actually, nag-revise kami ng nutrition manual. Gagawa kami ng mga social media informative videos to discuss that. Kasi nga, wala kami oras to educate the mass patients.
So one of the programs one is that which we just celebrated was World Kidney Day. World Kidney Day is an international event that occurs every second Thursday of March. All the countries participate, and we were just March 12, just this last month. We participated in celebrating it, and the focus here is prevention. And so all of us, we try to educate our patient, we conduct forum, we conduct screening. We really promote yung screening kasi talaga dapat prevention and education. That's one. And then June is mandated by the DOH to celebrate National Kidney Month. So National Kidney Month, talagang yan na-highlight all of the lahat ng mga DOH, even private hospitals, we celebrate it. So, andyan na naman papasok yung prevention, awareness. Kasi nga, ang dami na talaga, di ba? I'm sure nakikita ninyo, malapit lang sa inyo, ilan ang dialysis centers. We don't want that. We don't want that, di ba? We want to prevent it, okay? And so, yan na nga yung number one. We collaborate with we also collaborate with other societies. Like ito yung sa Philippine Society of Hypertension. Yan, meron silang program on may measurement, no? Highlighting. So si Doktora na mag-ano yan. So, but ito yan, we as societies, we have this collaborations. We collaborated nga yung World Obesity Day, which was a week before. We celebrated World Kidney Day. Kasi sunod-sunod yan, starting February. We have a heart month, no? So starting that lahat na yan. Awareness about the increasing incidence of non-communicable diseases. So that's yan isa. We want to empower our primary care physicians. So in line with the Universal Health Care Act, no? We have yung program na tinatawag namin yung CKM, no? Yung we empower the primary care physicians how to detect and when to refer. Kasi ang endpoint yan, kahit naman may chronic kidney disease ka, we can delay its progression as long as maaga yung referral. Kasi ang nangyayari nga, minsan, is hindi agad nare-refer. That's one. And pangalawa, syempre, alam naman natin na ang pasyente mismo, hindi pupunta hanggat walang nararamdaman. Diba? And we wanna change that. Pag may diabetes ka, kaya ako pag pumupunta ang pasyente, sinasabi ko, hindi ibig sabihin ngayon na pag may diabetes ka, hintayin mo yung komplikasyon. Kasi ang dami-dami na ngayong medications na pwede mong inumin to delay the progression of end-stage renal disease. And even pwede siyang ma-reverse eh. Pag nakuha mo siya ng stage 1 pa lang, pwede mo rin siyang ma-reverse. So there's a lot of interventions. Hindi lang food at hindi lang and medication. So they go hand in hand. It's really a team approach nga yan tinatawag namin. We have the nutritionists on board, kailangan sa food. We have yung ibang team na kasama, yung cardio, yung primary care, so lahat yan. So these are just some of the things that we're doing. And ito nga, we're so happy nga na we're able to also collaborate with you. Kasi now we're seeing that this, it's really a multi-sectoral approach. Hindi siya pwedeng kami lang. It's a multi-stakeholder, all the stakeholders are involved kasi eventually tayo naman din lahat ang makikinabang. So, I think, may intro na ako.
Bilang primary care physician din, because I am a family and community physician and at the same time hypertension specialist. So talaga yung emphasis po namin is on the prevention. So kung paano po yung makakatulong as physicians, educate natin yung ating mga patients na mga pumunta na sa amin. And as as a society, the Philippine Society of Hypertension, na-mention na nga ni Dr. Aquina. So we will be celebrating yung Hypertension Month in May. So we are also inviting everybody to participate in that celebration. So doon po tinitingnan namin kung gaano karami na yung mga members ng population ang diagnosed with hypertension, and we follow through ilan ba sa kanila ang makokontrol natin, and kung ano yung mga different modalities na pwede natin i-offer sa kanila para ma-prevent yung hypertension and ma-control ito. And besides the celebration for the May Hypertension Month, so meron din po kami iba-iba pang activities na intended din sa mga doctors. So educate them, to update them, and sa mga needed po. So marami pa rin po researches na naka-line up sa amin para mas makita natin kung paano magiging effective itong mga ganitong program.
Any final thoughts po? So